Yo, what's up again, people? This is your boy Terrence Warren, CCNP, Cisco Tutor Guy. And I want to take a minute to get into this lab book just to give you a brief overview of what's in it, what to expect. So here we have, the contributing websites. These are people who have run websites that kind of helped me with this book, who gave me material or let me use material to put in here. So we have the neticad.com site, CCNA Notes at blogspot.com, packetlife.net, packettracernetwork.com, and of course the labeveryday.com community. So we got some beginner labs here, and these are labs. These are very basic labs, to where you're just initially configuring a router or initially configuring a switch. So you have the router and the laptop, and it has the task of what you need to do to configure this. And then when you flip over the page, you have the instructions on what commands needed to configure this router. And these are some of the beginner basic labs. And as you go through, the labs get a little more difficult because you get more tasks to do. But when you flip the page over, you still have the instructions. So what you should do is at least try to attempt the lab without looking at the instructions first. Like this here is a lab of basic OSPF and how to configure OSPF on 3 routers. And then it has the commands and the instructions on how to do that. So if we continue to flip over, we get to the more intermediate labs where the instructions aren't on the next page, but they're like somewhere in the middle of the book. So you just get all the labs, and then you flip over to like a certain page number to get the instructions. So they're not right there on the next page. So we keep going through, and these are some more intermediate labs. And here are the solutions to those labs. All right. Now, if we keep flipping, other than labs, I mean, the majority of this book is a lab book, but I did throw in some CCNA information in here. Some different type of labs. So we got some security labs here where you're tasked to secure the devices that are on your network, how to secure a switch and a router, how to harden some of these network devices. All right, now we keep going, and I also included a section on some of the protocols that you should know going into the CCNA. All right. Also included a section of notes for the CCNA. See, we have some ICND2 notes here. And it just briefly covers subnetting, just reminding you about VTY and port security, some of the routing protocols. And then we have some more notes here for ICND2, which covers OSPF concepts, configuring and troubleshooting, auto summarization, EIGRP. All right, and I've highlighted some main key points in here. And here, this section here, we talk about some of these Cisco iOS versions and some common ports, IEEE 802.1x standard, some IPv4 subnetting and a subnetting chart here. Some of the cables, fiber optic cable terminations and connectors. And here, on these pages, we get into some of the protocols, getting some little detailed information of what EIGRP is, first hop redundancy, MPLS, is, RIP, SCAPI, QoS, BGP, point-to-point protocol, and it just goes through more of the network protocols, and routing protocols. All right, and then I also included a basic interview questions section where it covers a lot of the main, interview questions that you're asked in some of these IT interviews. So some of the questions range from OSI model questions, RIP questions, STP questions, VTP questions, VLAN questions, passive interface questions, just different questions that you would be asked in an IT interview and how to answer them. Just gives you guidance on how to navigate through some of these interviews, how to answer some of these questions. All right, what is routing and what is the purpose of the data link layer? What is checksum? What is CRC? What is LRC? What's the difference between a switch and a multi-layer switch? Things of that nature. So that's it, right? So I'm hoping that this book can be used as an overall guide, not only to labbing, but to kind of get your feet in the IT door, as far as interviewing and just networking in general. So I hope you pick it up. I hope you enjoy it. I hope you get something out of it. And I look forward to your feedback. Again, this is Terrence Warren, Cisco Tutor Guy, CCNP. Thanks.